Hello, welcome back. Big up to Kelkster on here. Big up to everyone in the building. And the title is PEP is going insane. So that is what I would call the lineup yesterday. Now, it's a cool fact. We rotated more against Bayer Leverkusen than we did against Swansea. What's your thoughts on that, Kelkster?
I don't know. I just have no clue. I saw that lineup and I said, what competition are we in? Are we in the Champions League or are we in the Carabao Cup? I had no clue. I saw that and I was just like, what are we doing? Why are you not okay, first off, Trafford. I don't get that in the Champions League. Why are you starting Trafford and not Donnarumma? Like Donnarumma is great in the Champions League. We saw it last season. He was a big reason they won that Champions League. Why are you benching him? Are you saving it for Leeds United? Like I don't get this lineup at all. I do feel bad for Nico Gonzalez. He had zero help whatsoever. That midfield was just offered nothing. He had to do the defense work of three people, and wow, shocking, he struggled. And this was just after getting beat up by three people at Newcastle because, wow, again, no support in the midfield. These past two games have shown we really have no physicality in our midfield whatsoever outside of Nico Gonzalez and Rodri, who, honestly, I'm starting to doubt is even going to come back to this team. I don't know where he is. There's no news. There's no nothing. There's been a couple of training photos, but I got no clue. I'm very sad about that because I know how much better of a team we are with Rodri. Anybody doubting Rodri, get your head examined. But yeah, the lineup was psychotic. I have no idea. Savinho, man, I know he's taken all the pelters. I wouldn't say he was the worst, but after that summer, he needed to make. I know that the rumors and innuendo is that no bid was ever made, blah blah blah, but that whole saga still took place. And so I think he needed to respond with some really good performances, and he got a chance to perform very well. Didn't show up. Somehow he stayed on 90 minutes. I have no idea why. I have no idea why Marmoush came off before him. Pep just seems allergic to playing Marmoush and Holland together, which is really weird because he had no problem with it last season, and I think we did quite well with it. When they were playing together because we had more of a goal threat. There's no goal threat on this team at all. And for all the work that Jeremy Doku is doing, he doesn't score goals. I think he has one Premier League goal or two. Throw him on the right, put Marmoush on the left, and Holland down the center. Get the creators behind him and run riot. Do it, especially late in the game with against a low block. What do you have to lose?
Yeah,
why would you take Marmoush off? I don't get it.
I don't think Marmoush scored a single goal while playing as center forward last season. He scored 7 in 15 games or something like that. 7 goals in 15 games. That's almost a goal every second game. Every game he started as a 9, he did not score. He scored when he was a winger, playing with false 9 De Bruyne, and he scored when he played behind Haaland. He did not score a single time while being the sole 9, which, okay, we are now playing him as the sole 9. It's not working. You'd think maybe that means something, but not to Pep. Pep said, okay, let's take Marmoush off. Let's bring on Haaland. Because I don't know why. I guess I trust Savio to score a goal. By the way, here's a statistic on Savinho. 1 goal in 38 Premier League games.
I remember it too, because Leicester. But you got to do better than that, man. And I'm not saying he's the main reason we lost that game. It was clearly the manager. The manager the lineup was psychotic, and the tactics, there were no tactics. I don't know we weren't creating chances. I expected, who I really expected to step up in that game was Tijani Reinders, and he's spiraling downwards. He's just not looking good right now at all. And I hope he can get better because, I had really high hopes for him. I thought he was like the guy. And it turns out he just has not been at all. I have no idea what Rico Lewis was doing in that midfield at all. Rico Lewis just doesn't offer much. I don't know. I have a hard time seeing Rico on this team next year. I think he's kind of here. I don't know why. He's one of Pep's favorites for some odd reason, but he's not showing it. He's not really playing a lot either. And so to start him in a game where if we had won this game, we would have been I think second in the UCL table. And so we had a really good opportunity. Now we put all this pressure on ourselves. for the Real Madrid game, which I don't think anybody really expected much anyway, but they're not a good team. So based on our form before the break, I was thinking, yeah, we could go in there and get something because they're not a good team. I've watched them. They have no chemistry. They have nothing. But now I'm like, yeah, they'll probably beat it. They'll probably spank us because we have no tactics either.
A lot of people were talking about the good form from this Leverkusen side. If you look at the teams they played, they beat Wolfsburg, who has been struggling very much. I think they're just one spot above relegation. They beat the bottom of the league, newly promoted Heidenheim. They beat Freiburg, who's right in mid-table. They beat Freiburg at home. You'd expect to beat mid-table teams at home. And they beat a team that's in the second or third division of the Bundesliga. That is not good. They played 5 games. One of them they lost, and that was to Bayern München. 3-0, they lost. Bayern got spanked 4-1 by Arsenal, by the way. Look at these games. That
4-1 was a Liverpool score.
Look at the games that this team is winning and tell yourself, is that good form, or do they have a lucky run of games here? Because when not Newcastle, Aston Villa was getting bad results at the start of the season, everyone said they have bad form. But then you look at who they got the results against, and you're like, yeah, that's kind of what you'd expect if you go result by result. But people don't look at the results, they only look at numbers. And when you just look at numbers, 4 wins in 5 looks impressive. When you realize it's 4 wins against 2 relegation contenders, 1 mid-table team at home, and a second or third division team, and a loss against a good team, it suddenly becomes much less impressive. But people don't look at that. This was a terrible team we played against.
Yeah, and it's inexcusable. And the worst thing about that lineup is it was probably good enough to still beat them, and they were just all terrible. I don't know what the tactics were. It's like honestly, you know what last season reminded me of? That game reminded me of a game from last season. We had no midfield at all. We had no midfield. The wingers weren't doing anything. The striker was isolated. Marmoush, I'll give him credit. He was making runs because there's that clip going around saying oh, does Oscar Bob play for Leverkusen? If you pay attention to Marmoush in that clip, he's making the runs constantly. Nobody's finding him. So it's not like I can't put any kind of blame on Marmoush in that game. Everyone's like, oh, he was shit. This was his chance to prove himself. He got no service at all. And maybe that's up to him to drop a little deeper because he does have a little bit more of that ability, but also he has a terrible first touch. You're on mute. Or I can't hear you.
You can just say that you can't hear me.
I did.
I was muted.
Oh, I did hear you. I did say it. You just didn't respond.
Oh, did I not hear you? Oh, I'm so dumb.
I guess so. I don't know.
I just went on a rant here and nobody heard me. Let me try that again. So I did say this yesterday that we played really poorly, and Marmoush tried to accommodate to how we played. He was making runs. He didn't get the pass. Okay. He drops deep to receive the pass. Okay, he gets the ball. Where is he moving it to? Nobody's running. So when he drops deep to get the ball, nobody is running. Who is he passing to? De Bruyne said this in the World Cup Qatar. He said this to HLN. You can't pass to statues. Marmoush makes a run, doesn't get the ball. Drops deep, tries to distribute play. Well, nobody's running. So what can you do? Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, there's just nothing he could do on that pitch at all.
Yeah,
I think he might have had one shot, but of course, the spawn of Satan, Mark Flecken, for some odd reason, it becomes a Buffon reincarnate every time he plays Manchester City.
Maybe he's just trying to advertise himself. It's like, please buy me.
For City? I would say City should buy him just to never have to face him again. And if he's that good, but then he gets spanked by every other team. Like his like sofa score rating against Bayern Munich was like 4.2, and in Man City it was like a 9.9. I was like, fuck off, just fuck off.
Put him on the third choice bench.
Yeah, just buy him and pay him wages just so you never have to face him again. I would do that.
If Arsenal win the treble, by the way, I'm just reading chat here. If Arsenal win the treble, I'm gonna crash out. Arsenal is not touching our treble. I mean, they spanked Bayern München, but they also beat PSG last season.
2-0, yeah. They beat 2 at the Emirates. Remember, they always get these games at the Emirates. They never have to go down. Chelsea had to go to the Allianz and got spanked. Chelsea didn't get Bayern Munich at the at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, I mean,
everyone, you just have to wait. I know it's the hardest part, but it's only November. It's the end of November. Let's see what things look like in March. Just I know it's difficult. I know, but that's all you can really do.
Well, Pep can maybe not pull out lineups like that against Bayer Leverkusen, but
I don't think Pep will ever do that again.
I hope
so. I feel very confident we will never see that lineup again. And I think it's clear some of these players are out the door in January. Nathan Ake, I think has to. I cannot see Nathan Ake making it on this team right now. He looked really poor. I don't know if he's just slow because of injuries or he's just not match fit, which makes sense because he's not playing. But he's been told by the Dutch manager that he needs to play. So I can see him forcing a move in January to go start somewhere.
But by the way, the thing is, so yeah, and Thiel says this, there's no momentum anymore. We had momentum after beating Liverpool. Everyone was feeling good, blue shark emojis all over the place. My blue shark toy arrived a bit before that, but I've got my blue shark in the background. Everyone was feeling good. Then you lose Newcastle.
The international break killed us. If we had played Newcastle before the break, I think we win that game.
Maybe.
And even so, I melted down after that game, but we had chances. It's not like we just went out there and just pooped our pants like we did against Leverkusen. Leverkusen, we had like no good shots on target at all. We had several opportunities against Newcastle, so I think with a pre-break momentum, some of those might go in.
But the problem is, we had chances, but what about the quality of chances? I think Haaland, that ball, like 30 yards out.
He just tried to chip over the keeper that just went nowhere. He did nothing on it. Yeah, I don't know what that was. But Foden had a couple of square ups that he missed.
Yeah, but the ball, I think he was trying to take the ball in his stride and go on his right foot so he could go around the goalkeeper. I think that's what he was trying, and he just completely mistimed it. But I don't consider that to be a big chance when you're 30 yards out. Yeah, you can chip the goalkeeper, but how often do you actually chip the goalkeeper from there and score? Not very often. So Haaland's big chance, in my opinion, was the ball from O'Reilly, I believe, if I remember correctly. It was cut back, he shot, and it was too close to Flecken. But still, Flecken makes a decent save there. Foden, he should have scored at least one of his 2 chances.
Yeah.
I don't think we had that many chances, though. Foden had 2.
No, but I think before the break, like you said, the kind of form we were in and the run we were on, one of those or 2. If one of those goes in first, Newcastle, I don't think are. I think their game plan. I think they get a little scared. I don't know. Maybe
but they play Liverpool,
but I don't know. I think we would have at least gotten a draw, and probably won. But I think we definitely get a point if that game is before the break, based on how we played. And Donnarumma was outstanding. Like he was so good in that game. Yeah, he should have played against Leverkusen, man. I'm not saying that Trafford. Okay, to be fair, like Trafford, I don't think Trafford was like bad in the game, but And I don't blame him for not making those saves, but I just think that Donnarumma is so much better than him that Donnarumma has a chance to stop some of those goals that Leverkusen let in. But the fact that Trafford didn't doesn't mean like I'm slighting Trafford. Does that make sense?
No, yeah, that makes sense. But the thing is,
I just think the level, it's like James Trafford is here, Donnarumma is like way up here, so he can make this spectacular save out of something that could be very difficult because we've seen it before.
Yeah. That the thing is, so yeah. Yeah, sure, maybe we scored those chances, but again, if you have only two good chances and they both happen in the first half, I still think you're outplayed. Newcastle.
Other teams seem to have no problem scoring their only 2 chances against us.
Yeah,
so
but
about time we do something.
Yeah, but that's just a very different way of how football works, though, because you have quality of chances again. When you're a counter-attacking team, you may get less chances, but you'll get higher quality chances, because one-on-ones tend to be higher quality. I think overall, in the game against Newcastle, they missed plenty. They missed plenty as well.
Yeah, our midfield just wasn't good enough in that game.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
that's to be expected. I mean, Bernardo Silva is just never going to make an impact in that game, and I know. And the problem is he's going to play all those games because he's the captain. But that's a game that he can't play in anymore. That's where you see his decline. He's just not the same player. That is what it is. But if he's going to play, then that's the kind of result we're going to get. He's going to get completely bullied because he's just not good enough anymore. So. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. He has been effective in some games in the build up to that, but against that kind of height and pace and power, he just can't handle that. He was getting.
The thing is, though, Kelkster, it's fair to start him because he did play good. It was fair to start him. I don't think anyone really had a problem with Silva starting. The problem is when you're 20 minutes in, you see it's not working, and you don't change anything. And you're 45 minutes in, we were getting hammered to the latter 10 minutes of that first half. And you're not changing anything.
We just can't handle them physically. We don't have the play. Putting Bernardo and Foden together is just too little. Nico Gonzalez just couldn't. He had to absorb all the punches. And, you saw how exhausted he looked after Leverkusen, man. I think he just had a hangover from that Newcastle game because he got beat up, man. He tried his best, but he's our only physical midfielder. Even... Like, the only way we can hope to compete with them physically is a Rodri Nico pivot, but
that's
nobody thinks we're ever going to play that. And also, where the hell is Rodri?
He's not even around. You get Kelkster in the midfield, though. You drop Foden a bit deeper. You let Foden and Nico be the double pivot. Foden plays more as an 8, but he distributes the play. And you put Marmoush on. Marmoush wins. Yeah, Marmoush.
That was a big thing we were missing in that Newcastle game. You're absolutely correct on that. Bernardo can't do that anymore. He does not facilitate play anymore. His play going forward is just not good enough. The further back Bernardo is, the better. But in that situation, you gotta. I don't know what the solution is, man. Maybe put Tijani in there. No, but he's so soft. He's softer than Bernardo, and he's a giant guy. That guy's been disappointing me with how soft he is in the middle. But Foden definitely needed to be playing further back. I totally agree with that because I think he's becoming that guy. Like he gets the ball to the 10s and. When Pep is telling him to be a 10, he can't. Nobody gets in the ball.
Well, you know what Foden does well,
and say, "Fuck Pep, I'm going to go back and get the ball, and if you don't like it, then bench me."
You know what it is, yeah? When Foden gets on the edge of the area or he crashes the box, he tends to score goals, right? But the problem is that's what a 10 does. A 10 isn't going to crash the box. A 10 is going to sit in the box, or he's going to sit on the edge of the box, or he's going to drop deep and play pass. A 10 just plays in a completely different way. What Foden does is he scores and he assists. It's closer to Lampard, who was... You won't call Lampard a 10, would you? But I think Foden was closer to Lampard than he was to any conventional 10. And I've said that for a long time, by the way. It's just like... Because you know what they say. They've got that little meme of the circle. Play as right winger, play shit. And you go to the little circle. But I've said this for a long time. He's closer to Lampard than he is to De Bruyne, I suppose, if you want a 10. People compare him to David Silva. He's not a David Silva type of player. I mean, he's just completely different the way he plays. Yeah, he might have a bit of finesse like David Silva, but that does make him a similar player. And even then, I think when people compare that, I think they're clutching at straws. I've said for a long time, you play Foden as a touchline winger on the left, you play him as a inverted forward on the right, or you play him as an 8. That's how you play him. I think, and
I don't
all
like
three
him
of
as
those
a touchline winger. He's terrible at that. He can't cross.
Yeah, but you
And
don't
he can't
have to
beat
as
a
a
man.
touchline winger.
He doesn't dribble. I don't like it.
He-
The only way I compare him to David Silva is in the tight spaces. That's where it ends for me. But I think the two
Yeah,
of them in
but
the tight spaces.
being good in tight spaces, I mean, so many players are good in tight spaces.
Yeah.
I mean, that is not really a similarity, is it? That's just a skill set.
Not everyone
anyhow.
has it though.
Yeah, not everyone has it, and he does have it, Foden, and that's great. But that doesn't mean he's a 10.
I don't. Yeah, he's like a 10-8, but I'd say more of an 8. Not so much. I don't know. I think that's why he's never nailed down a position. He's just so. And also, I hate how he's the one who always gets sacrificed. Like we know. I think now we know what he does best on this current team. This current team, he's the best 8. He's the guy to get the ball from the 6 to the forward. Like he's the best at that. And for him to keep getting taken out of that role to accommodate like Bernardo or someone else, I think is hurting this team.
Yeah, I think it's hurting Foden more than it's hurting the team, because I think the team can cope without Foden. I think you get, let's say you play Gonzalez, Tijani, Marmoush. I think the team will be just fine in that midfield. But I do think that still you want Foden in that 8 role. I think that's probably where Foden will be the best. But it's a thing, yeah. We've talked about this before. You have certain types of footballers who are just made for a specific era. I think Phil Foden was made for 4-4-2 football. He would have been a right midfielder in a 4-4-2, and he would have been brilliant at that. Because, he's just got that silky touch. He's very good in tight spaces. He's good at dribbling. He's got a good shot on him. I think that's the type of player he is. But that's not how football is played nowadays. I don't know if dropping him to the 8 is the best solution either, though, because then what do you do when Rodri comes back? Rodri, Gonzalez, Foden, and who's the 10?
Yeah, just play 2 8s.
Sure.
Nico does like to attack too, like have 2 attacking 8s, and then. But Nico can also drop back and support Rodri if he needs it. But there's no point in talking about Nico, Rodri in midfield because Pep already said he's not going to do it.
I didn't even see that. But Pep is a liar. Pep says a lot of things.
I think that is our best midfield right now, based on the form. But the problem is he'll shove Bernardo in there when Bernardo, I think, is not better than any of the 3 players mentioned this season. I think Foden's been better. I think Nico G has been outstanding, and obviously we haven't seen much of Rodri. But you think Rodri on form as a 6 is gonna, he's gonna take the crown over anyone. But I don't know if he's gonna get to form this season. I have no clue, because if he's not coming back till next 2026 in January, he's gonna have to find his form in a run-in. That's gonna be hard. That's gonna be very difficult.
Is it though? Because I believe we have quite an easy run of games in January. Let me check. Let me just check quickly.
I have no idea, but there's going to be. I know the last game of the season is Aston Villa at home. That may or may not be an easy game because Villa could be fighting for a Champions League spot.
So in January,
always gets the best. Unai Emery got the best of Pep last matchup.
In January, we play Sunderland away, but
that's a tough game. But they'll have half their team missing for AFCON, so that might help.
That's true. Then we have Chelsea at home, so I don't think those first
tough game.
Yeah, so I don't think those first 2 games Rodri starts. Let's assume he's getting back to 4 and just as 10, and you take him off the bench.
He can't go. He cannot go against Caicedo coming back from when he has no form.
Yeah. Then Brighton at home. Then Old Trafford. Then we get the easy run of games. Bodo Glimt, Wolves, Galatasaray. Wolves at home, by the way, because we played them away.
I already played them at...
then we played Tottenham away. But quite frankly, I think we battered Tottenham last we played them in the first 20 minutes. And then we took Aitnuri off for Aki because Aitnuri was injured. And then the system was gone and we collapsed. So I think if Pep Guardiola stops being insane, which he's never played Aki left back again, by the way. He saw that was stupid. I'll play O'Reilly now. And we've looked pretty good since. So if Aitnuri or O'Reilly play left back, I think we battered Spurs. I think that's where we went wrong. This is not a very good Spurs team. I don't believe in the Spurs skirts because we beat them twice in a row at their own stadium.
Yeah, we have won there twice in a row since we once we broke the seal. We've won our last two Premier League games there at least. I know we lost the cup game last season, but
Carabao Cup doesn't count. It's a Mickey Mouse trophy until we win it.
Yeah, the academy. Yeah, we should be winning that this year too. I think we have I think we should try to win that. Like, I think we should put a lot of more energy than we normally do, because I think this team just needs to get back up to winning, and the only way to do it is to just win. Like, get the trophy. Like, get some of these players some confidence. Get Nico Gonzalez has never won a trophy. I'm sure he'd love to lift one.
Well,
that'll get that mentality back of like, hey, we win trophies here. And are you dying to see Bernardo Silva lift a trophy, our captain?
Not really.
Our club captain.
Gonzalez has won a cup, so he has won a trophy.
Okay. Well, so
but it's not the same as a league title.
Oscar Bob, they weren't part of. Actually, no. Oscar Bob was part of the Premier League when the 4P, because I guess because he got that goal at Newcastle, which was quite pivotal because we only won by 2 points. And if we had finished level on points, we would have lost on goal differential. So that actually was quite pivotal. But a lot of these players just haven't. I don't think Nico O'Reilly's never won anything. I don't. No,
Sherky
won the title.
Mike Snoody.
Gavardia won the Premier League with us. Donnarumma just won the treble, so he's good.
Sherky.
Yeah, Cherky's never won anything.
Snoody.
I don't think. Yeah, Nori's never won anything. Marmouche has probably never won anything.
Husanov.
Yeah, Husanov. These kind of guys. Yeah, these kind of guys. You learn to win by winning. You just go for it, man.
Yeah,
and we're gonna, I'm assuming we're gonna get that playoff spot, or we're not gonna be in the playoffs. I'm assuming we're gonna get top 8 in the Champions League based on our last 2 fixtures. I know there's a lot of pressure on those, but we should be good enough to get top 8
in the Champions League.
I think we're in 9th by like 1 point.
We're in 9th by goal difference, by 1 goal.
Oh, it's only by goal difference. Okay, well we can. I think against Bodo Glimt, you'd hope to make some goal difference up. The problem is what the goal difference will be against Madrid, because I don't think a lot of us are predicting a win for that. But if you lose the game, you don't want to lose by too many. You know what I mean? Like, you can't get blown out 3 or 4 goals, because that'll kill your goal difference.
I won't say Madrid is the best either, though. Goals they've been
that could be a shootout. That could be a basketball game. That could be like a 5-3 or something like that. Like, because I think both of these teams are just they don't really have their form. Yeah, and Real Madrid, the difference is they have Courtois, so that's a big. But we've Donnarumma, so Donnarumma, he's pretty damn good keeper. But yeah, I've heard a lot of rumblings about Xabi Alonso. A lot of, apparently Vinicius Jr. hates him, allegedly, according to Twitter rumor and innuendo, which is always 100% accurate. They never lie on Twitter, ever.
Why would you lie on Twitter? Nobody would ever do that.
Never. Nobody does that. But I mean, I still think we could get something out of that game. Like, even if we just drew the game, that would be massive. That's a point. If you could get 7 points instead of we have 3 games. We're trying to get 6 points.
7 points. If
you could get 7 points, that would be great.
You don't even need 7 points, though. Last season, the cutoff point for the top 8 was 15. Now we're on 10.
I'd still try to get as many points as possible, because there's going to be a seeding element too, right? For whatever the top 8 is, whoever you get in the play after the result, assuming we get top 8. Then we want to get a higher seat, as high as possible, to try to get a better team after the playoff results. But if we can avoid those 2 playoff games, then you'd be like, yeah, let's go for the Carabao Cup. I know the Carabao Cup is a 2-leg semifinal, but if you're not playing 2 games in the Champions League playoffs, then you'll have a little bit more energy for 2 games in the Carabao Cup. And I think you really need to go for the trophy, man. I think you do. I think it would just help this team so much mentally, and it would just give everybody a boost. The confidence would come back. The fans would probably come back too. Plus, we haven't won in a while, so let's get it back. That trophy was our bitch for a long time. We won like 4 or 5 in a row. Let's get it back. Bring it home where it belongs.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of the Carabao Cup, we're playing against Brentford. I'm assuming Chelsea beats Cardiff. Big assumption to make.
Very big assumption.
I'm assuming Arsenal will beat Crystal Palace, but don't rule out.
I don't know about that. That could be tricky.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't rule out Arsenal doing something weird in our important cup game. So then Fulham, Newcastle, probably Newcastle, if we're being honest.
Over who?
Fulham.
Oh, yeah, they'll crush Fulham.
Yeah, so
I think Crystal Palace has probably the best chance of advancing out of who the big teams are playing. I would not rule them out at all. Because Glasner is going to be real, because they've never won that trophy as a club, so I'm sure they're really really going to try hard.
Yeah,
they'll throw their best teams out there.
but needed as Cardiff, so
Cardiff lacked the quality. Also, Crystal Palace, they won the FA Cup, so they've tasted victory. So and that team is still there. I don't think Cardiff has tasted victory anytime soon or anytime recently.
That's true.
Would they win
they also won. They also won. What you call it? The Community Shield, didn't they?
Yeah, Crystal Palace. Yeah, so I'm sure they're gonna want to win this. They're gonna want to beat Arsenal.
That's going to.
And if anybody can, and trust me, Glasner seems like the type to be able to pick it out. And he can play the same way too. He can play a low block, and Arsenal do not play well against low blocks. He'll drill his team into low blocking, and when you give Arsenal the ball, they're not that good with it in open play. I know everyone's gassing up the Spurs game, but lads, it's Spurs. Relax. Let's see them play a nasty low block and see how that goes. Because last season it was awful, and I don't see it being that much better. I don't think a lot of I just don't think they have the quality against a really good low block. I mean, they face low blocks against relegation teams, and promoted teams, but those teams lack quality. If you face a quality low block, I don't. It's going to be interesting. That's all. I'll just say that it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Carabao Cup is our best chance at a trophy at the moment as well, because we look quite a bit off in the Premier League. But in the Premier League, we can wait and see. Champions League
inconsistent. That's our problem. We're struggling away from home, but I do think Pep has found a good lineup and he found a good system. For some odd reason, he decided to stop doing it after the international break. But I think we know how this team works, and if it goes against Pep's philosophy, then he's going to have to. If he keeps trying to revert to his philosophy and we keep struggling, then that's all on him. But he's figured it out, man. The Pep Linder's influence on Doku and these kind of players and playing more direct and just not holding onto the ball the whole game. We've done really well against good teams. Bournemouth was in second place and we crushed them. Dortmund, they were in good form. We beat them very soundly too. I know Liverpool is kind of a laughing stock at this point, but you still have to beat them, and we beat them. We beat them very soundly. Playing that way, playing with less possession of the ball. We almost got a win at the Emirates playing the same way. We just ran out of gas, but doing that against the big teams, we've had success. And even just getting a draw at the Emirates is still what I think that's the only points they've dropped there this entire season. So, we could have won that game. We were a minute away from winning that game, playing that way. So it can work. And just the manager has to trust. He has to and that's what these players are suited for too. Doku loves playing like that. Foden loves playing like that. Haaland loves it. He loves to run. So none of the sideways, backwards passing and endless possession that doesn't work. We don't have the players for that anymore. Yeah, you can do it to close out a game potentially, but that can't be the start of the game, man. You got to go direct. You got to get those goals, and then you can close it out playing possession. That's fine, but it works. I think we found the formula. It's just the manager just has to stick with it, and I'm not sure I trust him right now to do that.
The thing is, though, he did stick with it against Newcastle, and it didn't work against Newcastle because Silva could not handle that Newcastle game, and our midfield was outclassed physically.
Okay, so maybe it didn't work in that one game, but Arsenal have a really physical midfield, and would you say it worked there?
But we didn't play the same midfield against Arsenal.
Oh, so maybe Tijani Rangers is more important than we think. And Rodri. Ooh, yeah. See how much better we are with Rodri?
Or I have an idea which Pep really won't like. Adapt to the game. Same template, but small tweaks to adapt to the game. You've got your template. Liverpool, that's your template. That's your starting point. Now you look at the game. Okay, what's the problem in this specific game? Nothing, okay, I can play this lineup. Okay, maybe our midfield is too weak. Maybe Tijani or Marmoush instead of Silva. Just adapt to the game.
Yeah, that midfield was Rodri, Tijani, and was it Bernardo? Or did Bernardo play on the wing at the Emirates? I don't remember.
I think Bernardo played on the right wing, if I remember correctly.
That still has to see. That's the problem. It's just, I think that could end up being what holds us back this season. Is I just don't think he can. I just don't think he's right. He should be starting some of these really big games because again, the football is starting to leave him. So, but the thing is we know that he's going to, and I won't blame it on him. Obviously, it's not. He's not picking himself for the lineup. But if you're not performing and you keep getting the rope, then you got to blame the manager, and then you just have to lament like, man, we could have had it, but like the FA Cup final, we could have had that, but the manager made the wrong decisions.
I've just looked up the Arsenal game. So our midfield was Rodri, Foden, and Reinders. And Silva played on the right wing.
Okay, yeah. Well, maybe that's what you do in the big games then. And instead of, maybe you play around with it some more. Maybe one of the tweaks is maybe in some of these games you got to try Nico G and Rodri, assuming Rodri's ever back. But you see the quality increase when he's in the team, man. Like, we got to get this guy back, man. There's a reason he's so good. People are so quick to dismiss him, and they're ready to just kick him out. Oh, he can't get his fitness. He's done. I'm like, are you forgetting how good he was, man? That guy was unplayable in the 4-peat season. 25 GNA club and country for a DM. Unplayable.
I don't like to say give them time, but it's one thing you always have to give time for, and that's an ACL. Because it is physically impossible to come back from an ACL just like nothing happened. It is physically impossible. Cristiano Ronaldo could not come back from an ACL and hit top 4. For, I believe
Neymar had tons of problems.
Yeah. No player has ever come back from an ACL and been straight back to top level. Most players never come back to top level after an ACL.
Yeah, it takes about a year. It took Van Dijk a year, and he had injury issues. He had little issues, but Rodri seems to have more than he's had a couple. But I also think part of it was we just pushed him too hard at the beginning of the season. Like that one week where I had a meltdown about Nico Gonzalez. I said he was finished at the club when we went from when Rodri started against Man United, Napoli, and then Arsenal. I was like, you can't do that to Rodri. And guess what? Pep did it, and he's in pain after that. Like he had to miss games, and then he got the hamstring injury, and who knows what the fuck is going on right now because nobody says anything. But like, all you had to do is not play him in that Napoli game. You could have just played Nico Gonzalez. It would have been fine. Like, I know he wasn't quite, it still took him, he didn't quite get to being much better until after that subsequent international break after the Arsenal game. But I think at home, you take the gamble. You got to take the gamble, man. And if he struggles, maybe Rodri comes on as a sub. But 90 minutes, three games in 7, that's just, you can't do that fresh out of an ACL. And it's sad because I think he's in this mess because of Pep's mismanagement of him. And I think he's struggling to get back because of Pep's mismanagement of him. But it's just hard because he's so damn good. Like, you don't want to bench him ever. But, the human body has limits. And it's sad. We had prime Rodri at 27. And I'm like, God, if we could have seen that for 2 or 3 more years, man. Oh, he could have been an all-time great. And I don't know. I love the guy. You can tell.
I think he will.
A lot of bit of bias here.
Forget the bias. You know what bias is, yeah? The way people rate Man City players. Tell me why we won a treble why we won a 4-peat, why we won 6 titles out of 7, why we won 100 points, and nobody rates out players. How did we win all of
rival
that?
bias. They're like, oh, they're all just system players. They're all just PEP system players.
But then what they'll also say is Pep only wins trophies because of the players he has.
Yeah, people can't make their minds up. They're stupid.
To put it bluntly, don't argue with idiots. Anyhow, let's get to chat here. You guys aren't idiots, I hope.
Never. There's no idiots in our chat.
Not yet.
Unless Adam's in the chat. Adam is a fraud. Well, Adam's just a fraud. He's not an idiot. I don't think he's in there, though.
I think he is.
Big up, Adam.
Bob and Savio can hold bench. Sell them in January.
Nah. Well, the problem is apparently Pep Guardiola is in love with Savinho. So I would say if you think he's going to go, don't get your hopes up. I don't think he's going anywhere. Oscar Bob, I feel like he's going to leave. I don't know if we'll sell him, but maybe we'll loan him out. But I can't see Oscar Bob being here past January.
You know what Arsenal did with Saliba? They
they loaned him out like 2 years in a row.
3 years in a row, even.
But somehow he's homegrown. I don't understand that. If he got
because he's registered to Arsenal. As long as you're registered to the club, you count as homegrown, even if you're on loan.
Well, no, but I thought you had to stay in England to do that because that's what I heard about.
You just have to be registered to the club. Because when you're loaned out, you're still registered to your parent club.
So Juma Ba could be homegrown then, right?
No, he's too old, I think. Maybe he can be. I don't know if he. I think he's too old though.
I think Victor Hayes missed it too, but I know Naipan is he's on track right now, and I heard a rumor that the reason they wanted him to be loaned in England is just so he could be homegrown.
Is he loaned out in England? Where did we loan out?
Yeah, he's at Middlesbrough. Yeah, he's in Middlesbrough. He's in the Championship, but he's. I
just realized because I never knew where we loaned out Naipan to. I just saw that like Naipan's been loaned out, and I never really realized where to send him to. So Middlesbrough, is that Championship or League One? What league is that? Middlesbrough.
Oh, what the Patrick already went live. What is that head?
Championship.
He'll be on his own for a little while.
They're third in the Championship as well.
Yeah, so they could get promoted. Yeah, that would help with confidence too. Because if you want to be part of a team that, even if it's just a promotion, that's still doing something.
Let me see some statistics here on Sverre Nipan.
Also, if they had to go through a playoff too, because I know that like some spots are automatic and then some spots are a playoff. Like that'd be really good for his development to be in to face adversity and to hopefully succeed in it. Like that's good for a player's development. Yeah, that's why I give Victor Hayes a lot of grace this season. And I think he's going to come back a much stronger player because he is facing adversity. Like that team is fighting for survival. And so when you're in a situation like that, and then, the good thing is he knows he's not going to be stuck. He's not going to get relegated if Girona do. So he can try his best, but, and you get grit by having those battles, like just battle constantly. Like you toughen up, your skin gets thicker, and he'll bring that to the Premier League, and his skin will be thicker, and he'll have the lesson, he'll have the knowledge of like, oh, I faced this situation last season, I succeeded in that situation. So let's hope then when I face this situation in the Premier League, I won't be scared of it. I won't be like, I don't know what to do. It's like, oh, I know what to do. Even if he doesn't succeed or not, but I think it'll help him a lot. And it sounds like Pep really wants him back too, so that's good.
So Nipan is also he's 5 games off the bench, and he's 5 games off the bench, and he started 2 games. So and he's starting now. Like he started coming off the bench, and now he's beginning to start games. So apparently he's doing good at Middlesbrough. But I can't say I've watched them. Anyhow.
I've been meaning to, because actually one of my streaming services has the Championship. And so I've been I just can't find the time, but I've been wanting to. But from what I've heard is that he isn't starting a lot of games.
Yeah,
there may be a political situation with the new manager or something.
I only get like very specific games from the championship. I don't like get all games. I just get like a random game here or there. I can't be bothered. I don't think I've had Middlesbrough on there once. By the way, what Steel is saying is exactly what I was saying, like, I think at the start of the stream. When we play with Marmouche, nobody is in the box.
Yeah, like last season. Honestly, the way to get the best out of Marmouche is you play him where you played him last season. You know, on the left where he tucks in behind Holland. That's where he succeeded at Frankfurt, and that's where he succeeded at City. About
Frankfurt, he played on the right, but same difference, I suppose. He's always
every time I watched Frankfurt, he was on the left, behind Ekatike. Even everyone's like, "Oh, well, Doku." Well, Doku's a versatile player. You can play on the right. Do you want Doku dribbling, or do you want Marmouche scoring goals? I think we need the goals more than we need what Doku's doing in the left, and you know.
But do you need to do either of that though? Because if you're planning to put Marmouche behind Haaland, you can just put him in at 10.
Yeah, the first touch not good enough. He's got a worse first touch than Alvarez, man. Some of those.
Alvarez cooked in the 10 though. Alvarez got the goals.
Alvarez lost the ball a lot too. They both had bad first touches. That's the problem, man. And Marmouche, from what I've seen from Germany, he didn't have such a terrible first touch. I don't know why it's so bad in England, but
because the Premier League, you get half the time that you get in any other league. That's the difference.
But still, first touch shouldn't be dependent on that. Like, you know, you either have it or you don't. Like Mahrez. Mahrez can catch the ball in any situation. Because he just had an elite first touch.
No, Cal, if you're getting pushed and shoved and you've only got half a second to control a ball and move it, it's not going to be as easy as if you're not getting all that pushing and shoving and you get a second or two. Your first touch is going to get completely messed up by people roughing you up. I generally don't think people realize how good some Premier League footballers are. If you get the worst footballer in the entire Premier League, worst technically gifted footballer in the entire league, and you put him in a League 2 team, he's going to look like Messi. Like the amount of extra time you have, the amount of more physical you're going to be, the amount of more athletic you're going to be. I don't think people realize the absolute level to the Premier League compared to other leagues. And that's not to say that La Liga is bad or this or that league is bad. But in the Premier League, you're going to get roughed up. That's going to mess up your physicality. You're going to have less time. There's going to be more athletes. And with that, I mean pace and power. And all of that is going to make playing more difficult. There was a clip, a referee cam in the Club World Cup. And it went viral. And people were like, look at that pace. Look at that pace of play. And you can see it so well when you watch from the referee's point of view, via referee cam. Look at how quickly they go and the intensity they go at. And that was Club World Cup against a random team. Now imagine that in the Premier League. It's even higher. And it's 90 minutes. Well, it's not going to be 90 minutes, but it's going to be maybe 60 minutes, 30 minutes until you get tired. Your first touch is going to be more baggy. That's just... I mean, if you don't trust me, if you don't trust the numbers, if you don't trust your eyes, trust the managers who say this. Trust Thomas Frank. Trust Pep Guardiola. Trust, what is his name? Alex Ferguson. Trust these top managers who say this. Arteta bottles, by the way. Yes, he does.
Again, it's the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing to do right now because you're getting it. Nobody's letting you forget anything. But just wait. Just have some patience, guys. Just have some patience. Have some faith. Have some faith in Pep Guardiola, which nobody seems to anymore. And I know it's difficult after that weird lineup, but I don't think we'll ever see that again.
Yeah.
I think Donnarumma's starting all these games. Now Donnarumma has to start all the Champions League games. Like you thought Bodo Glimt or Galatasaray would be the Trafford game, but Pep burned him on this one. So you ain't gonna see James Trafford. You're not gonna see Oscar Bob starting any of those games. I don't even think he'll be at the club by the time we play Bodo Glint. I think he'll be on loan somewhere. I don't think Savinho's gonna be starting any games.
I hope not.
I hope not. That's my biggest fear is that I think there's some pressure. I think that's become a political situation. I think Ferran Soriano is so desperate for the CFG because the CFG is his baby. Like he that's why he left Barcelona. I think he wanted to do it at Barcelona, and then City's like, "Nah, we'll do it. We'll fund this pet project of yours." And I think they're desperate for somebody from the CFG feeder club to make it at Man City, and so I think that's why they're giving Savinho so many chances because he's not showing me at least. I don't. What do I know? I'm just an idiot on the couch, but I can see he's struggling this season. And
if Savio had stayed at Girona for 2 more seasons, had been given time to just develop and do his thing, and we had bought an experienced winger, I think Savio would have arrived in the Premier League and been much better.
Yeah, he should have. Yeah, he probably should have. Yeah, I think another year. He just needed 1 more year. And to be fair, I don't think he was bad last season. I think he did fairly well considering the circumstances. Obviously not goal scoring, but he did have like 13 assists or 14 assists in all comps. And that to me, when you're 19, 20 years old, first season in the Prem, I'll accept that. That's fine. Like, I thought he was fine. And this season, he's just shown me nothing outside of 1 game, the Villarreal game. That's the only time he's really shown me anything. He's just shown nothing. And he keeps playing and he just keeps playing and he keeps playing. And I'm just like, you're not showing me anything. It's frustrating to watch.
My stance on the wingers is going to be the same as it's been for a while now. It's okay to have Savio. It's okay to have Doku. It's okay to have Bob. But you can't have them all at once. You need an experienced winger. You can't have a bunch of kids on the wing. When you look at centre back, Gusnov is young. Yeah, but you've got Gvardiol. You've got Diaz.
Yeah, and they're going to start all the games too. Like Husanov is not going to be starting a lot of games.
Not at centre back.
He got a lot of pelters too. I didn't think he was that bad.
I agree. And Husanov is a very elite talent as well. You look at midfield. You can have young midfielders. Look at last season. We had McAtee and stuff in there. Right now, we don't really have a very young midfielder unless you want to say Lewis and O'Reilly. But that's fine. Because you have Gonzalez, you have, when he's not injured, you have Rodri, you have Foden, you have Silva, you have Tijani. You have these experienced players. It's okay to have a young player in a position as long as in the same position you have an experienced player. That's the problem with our wingers. It's not that we have bad wingers, it's that we have inexperienced wingers with no experience to back them up. No Jared Bowen, no Morgan Rogers, no Neto, no this type of winger who's been in the league, seen it, done it. No Semenyo, no Tavernier, and I could continue. We could have a winger like that, but we don't. That would make the world of difference.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we're looking for like what Elise has turned into. We're not looking for that kind of stuff. And also, everyone's clamoring over Semenyo. I don't think he would fit our system at all. I really don't. I think that would be a waste of money. Also, we already have Marmouche running on the bench. So are we just going to abandon Marmouche at his $290K a week wage? Like, why is he not? Why is he getting 5 minutes at the end of the new cap? Why is Savinho Bob coming on before Marmouche when you are trailing in a game, when those two are not going to score?
Do you mind if I send Luke the link, by the way? Because I'm supposed to actually go live on a Blue Friday show, but
that's fine. I gotta go. Patrick already started the Pat and Kel show. He started it without me, so I can trade off for Luke right here.
How dare he? Go tell him.
I'm gonna go over there and tell him right now. I'll be like, what are you doing, man?
I'll just continue here with Luke then. That's
okay, sounds good. Well, thanks for having me, Alfie, and enjoy your.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks.
Any Americans in the chat, happy Thanksgiving. All right, bye, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Like and subscribe, and don't eat too much.
I have another Thanksgiving tomorrow, too, so I'm going to come out of here looking like the Augustus Gloop. All right, bye, guys.
It's called bulking, by the way, so it's fine. Let me just go through chat while I wait for Luke to join. I don't care if we beat Leeds. I disagree. I think you do care. because if we lost against Leeds, you'd be angry. So if you care about the negative, it means that you care that the negative doesn't happen. So it means you care about the positive. You do care that we beat Leeds, because if we lost, you'd be angry. Rightfully so, but you do care. That is absolute semantics, isn't it? I want a result against Madrid. I want to slap Madrid. I think we all do. I think we all want to just get these results, get these wins, feel good, get that feel good factor. The question is, will we get that? Haaland's better not dip in form now. Well, luckily, we have weak opponents coming up. We can farm those weaker opponents for some goals. This is the ceiling of our team until Rodri return or signings. Big up Samir, by the way. It's been a while. Is it? Is it our ceiling? I disagree. I don't think this is our ceiling. I think we could have played better lineups at times. I think at times we could have made substitutions faster. I'll say we, as if I'm a coach. I think Pep could have made... I'm not in the coaching team. I think Pep could have made substitutions sooner. I think there's times where the tactics are a bit odd and where we just make strange substitutions. Let's go through every game this season. Wolves, every Premier League game. I can't be bothered with Champions League. Premier League, Wolves, we battered them. No need to argue, no need to talk about that Wolves game. You go to the Spurs game. We were battering Spurs in the first 20 minutes. Ait Nouri gets injured, and what happens? We lose our head. It's that simple. We're battering Spurs. Ait Nouri gets injured. We lose our head. We bring on Ake. Complete system change. When you're playing with Ait Nouri, this is the thing, yeah? When Ait Nouri plays left back, he's going to go up. He's going to create the width. You're going to have your winger invert. You're going to have Tijani be able to combine with Ait Nouri. You're going to have your 6 in the 6, and you're going to create more space going forward. You leave some space in the back, but that's fine if you have good defenders, which we do. However, we put on Ake. You put on Ake, the system is completely different. Ake is not going up the pitch. He's not allowing Marmoush to invert. He's not allowing Reinders to combine. He's not allowing Gonzalez to cover, because that's what Gonzalez did. Gonzalez covered for Ait Nouri when he pushed up. He's not allowing Sherky to have as much of the ball, because Ait Nouri will bring Sherky the ball, or will put Reinders in a position where he can bring Sherky the ball. All of these things, which we were destroying Spurs in the first 20 minutes, Ait Nouri does those. O'Reilly can do those. You know who can't? Nathan Ake. And to Pep's credit, Nathan Ake has not played left back ever again. Since then, we have not seen Nathan Ake on left back again. Pep saw the mistake, realized this is why we lost, never made the same mistake again. Then we go to the Brighton game. Big up, Luke. I'm going on a bit of a rant right now, but I'll let you talk in a moment. Okay. Then we go to the Brighton game. Left back, it's Ait Nouri, who's injured. Pep has never started an injured player again. He started Rodri and he started Ait Nouri in the past when he was on injuries or nickels. He's never done it again. He made a mistake, saw it, never made the same mistake again. He's made different mistakes, but Ake, playing left back, never saw it again. Ait Nouri, or an injured player playing, never done that again. And you look at these things, if you just change the players, you win these games. We beat United We drew Arsenal, which, fine. I'm not going to complain about that. I'll be too pedantic. We beat Burnley. We beat Brentford. I believe we beat Everton after that, if I'm not mistaken. And then Aston Villa, we lost. Why did we lose against Aston Villa? Because the wrong lineup was out. Was it John Stones who started that game? It was Stones who started that game, and Gvardiol left back. We have not seen Gvardiol on left back ever again. We make a mistake, we drop points, Pep sees, never happens again. Every single game where we have dropped points has not been because of the players, but because of a big mistake Pep Guardiola made, and he has not repeated that mistake. Not once. Now you go look at the Liverpool game. We beat Liverpool 3-0. First was Bournemouth. We beat Bournemouth 3-1. Then we beat Liverpool 3-0. Then we went on, lost to Newcastle. Why did we lose to Newcastle? Because of a weak midfield. I promise you, the next time we play against a big physical side, we're going to have a big physical midfield in there. I promise you. Anyhow, I've gone on for a while now. I'll let you talk.
Yeah, well, I'm calmer now than I was on Tuesday, that's for sure. But still applies, though, mate. I'm sorry, but we could have very easily avoided a lot of these losses. Really, really good. I'm sorry. Like Tottenham, I'm sorry. It's not a curse. It's stop being stupid against Tottenham, Pep. Stop it. Be it Frank, be it Ange. Tottenham do a certain style of play, set up accordingly against them, and you'll beat them. Yeah, Tottenham turn up taxing City, but you can still turn up against them and beat them. There's no like, oh my god, it's like Anfield and Villa Park. Don't be shit scared of a loud Brummie or Scouse crowd shouting abuse at you. If you're scared of a football crowd, then you need to get hit.
So we're scared of a bunch of Scousers saying stuff that we don't even understand, but we're not scared of
that you can't stop. Like, I don't understand what as players, right? Why do you give a shit what they're saying to you? Like, at the end of the day, right? It's people just pay money. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna be fair here, Luke. I'm gonna be completely fair here to the players. If I'm walking on a stadium, or if I'm walking into a stadium, and it's 40, 50,000 people chanting stuff, I think I'll be a bit impressed too.
Impressed. I wouldn't be like, losing my bloody head. And I think a lot of it comes down to, mate, this team right now isn't mentally there yet. Yes, that doesn't mean that we can't be or we can't improve this year. Of course we can. But I think what we've got to realise is, and we've got to accept, is that Arsenal are the best team in the world right now, current form. We got to say is they beat Bayern Munich. Are they beat at the end of the year? We'll see what happens. Because we all know what that means. Well done.
Liverpool last season versus...
Look, are we in a bad position? No. We can still...
Well, yes, we are.
As mad as it says, we could beat Madrid, but, big but on that, Pep's got to start thinking normally from now on. Because I tell you, right, here's the only reason why we can't win some of these games sometimes. Well, and the players as well being shit as well. It doesn't help that the players don't turn up. But he's got to start playing the right teams against the right teams. Like, I'm sorry, Leverkusen, I'm sorry, what were you even thinking? 4 changes would have been completely fine. Even 5 changes would have been completely fine. I'm aware of that. But you went for full on 10. Like, what are you thinking?
Bro, more rotation than against Swansea. I'm still not over that.
Look, I'm not against. Right? I'm not against rotation. I'm fine with it, but when you do it at the right moments, Leverkusen was a must-win game. It was. Sorry,
we have Leeds coming up, by the way,
and we also got Madrid as well away the game after. Get me a win against Leverkusen. Right, go Madrid. If we lose it, all right, is what it is. We glimpse of that's right. We're right.
If I'm going to play devil's advocate here, and I'm playing devil's advocate, I don't believe what I'm about to say.
You, devil's advocate, when's that ever happened?
I don't believe what I'm about to say, just to preface it, but I'm playing devil's advocate.
Oh, shit.
It could be logical to say, we're going to play Kairat, we're going to play Galatasaray, we're going to pick up 6 points. That's going to put us on 16 points in total, which is above the cutoff point for top 8 last season. Last season was 15.
Yeah.
So if I'm playing devil's advocate here, you could argue it is logical you're deciding this game doesn't actually matter because we're going to beat Gyrots and we're going to beat Galatasaray.
By the way, no, it's but a glimpse, not Kyrat.
Bruges has Gyrots, my apologies. I'm thinking about Bruges. Bruges spanked Galatasaray, by the way.
Sporting Coach didn't they 3-0, didn't they? Yeah.
We don't talk about
that. By the way, better than Jokeres, by the way. So, Anyway, carry on.
You know what? Yeah, Humeland should have had a red card after, was it 5 minutes? That was a ridiculous challenge he made. Yeah. Did you see it? The Humeland challenge.
Probably not, no, because I saw a couple of go. I haven't seen the highlights of it yet.
Humeland jumped in, karate kick, like literal karate kick. Someone else was heading for the ball. He went in karate kick. He got the ball. So the referee said it's not a red card. What? So I guess if you go in with both legs now and you get the ball, it's not a red card either. Ridiculous.
This is what I mean. Like, I just think at the moment, right, when it comes to City, again, it's far too early to start giving up for throwing our hands in the air, saying Arsenal too good, bow down to like we drew with Arsenal, which probably should have beaten them. I think when you play our best team, we can actually beat Arsenal. We can. The problem is with us is we know what we can do. It's just can we bloody go and do it? Because the goals in this team, Foden is too consistent. I'm sorry, he's not. You cannot be this up and down of goals and then not be. Oh, he's back. No, he's not back. I've seen Phil way better level than this. He's better than he was last year, but that's not a really high bar, is it? Really, considering how bad he was last year. Shirky, this is his first season. I can't say, oh, he must turn to Messi. No, give me at least a year or two to put the bed in. Same Reinders, by the way. Same Reinders. I'm doing the exact same thing I did every sign him. So every time we shit, sell him. Really, is what we're doing. What? So every player we shit. Even though you're playing him every now and again, return him every now and again in different teams, not with the same players all the time because Pep won't play him consistently enough. When you actually could, why don't you give him a go with Nico G and maybe like Foden and say, why don't you give it a go? But no, I'll rotate it. Sorry, my head's gone for this fan base, by the way. Fan base is so fucking stupid. I'm sorry, but they are. Savio, I'm actually in agreement with everyone with. I'm not saying that. Forget the whole money in the summer. Barely didn't happen anyway. Spurs never bid the money for him anyway. So anyone saying, oh, it didn't.
Yeah, but they would have. The thing is, they didn't bid because we told them we're not going to accept. So yeah, if I come to your dealership and I say I'm going to buy this card for 10k and you say I'm not going to sell it, then I'm not going to give you 10k, am I?
Anyway, I said no.
There's no putting in a bid if someone says I'm not going to sell.
No. But the problem is, right, we got if Doku can turn it around, mate, in 3 years, surely Savio can do something as well. But then again, like
I mean, Luke, this is what I've been saying though. It's okay to have Doku. It's okay to have Savio. It's okay to have Bob. It's not okay to have all three of them at once without an experienced swinger.
Yeah, no, that's why I agree with you. That's why in January I need a goal scorer. I'm sorry, but Mamush is shit. He's not shit. He's barely played. You start him in a random game with no creativity at all behind him. Of course, going to be fucking shit. I'm sorry, right? The context hat must go on. As City fans, stop just tweeting shit, saying, "Oh, players shit," constantly. But actually saying, context hat on. Mamush was always going to be screwed in that game because I'm sorry, he's barely getting the ball as it is, and when he does get the ball, it's like 1 or 2 chances here and there. They get to Flecken. He turns to Prime Neuer against all the time.
And by the way, what nobody talks about is Marmoush was making runs, wasn't getting the ball. Then he dropped down. He dropped down, tried to distribute the play. Nobody was making runs. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Bro, we're wasting him. I'm sorry, right? I have no idea why we signed him. Because I'm sorry, we are wasting this guy. Because Pep will not play him. If Pep I'm sorry, right?
I mean, Luke, last season, I told this to Kelkster. Marmouche played in the 9 a few games. He did not score in any of them. He played left wing, tucking inside, as I guess an inside forward, with false 9 De Bruyne and with Haaland. In those games, he did score. So maybe he's not a 9, but we keep playing him as a 9.
Right. What we got to do is realize that we've got a team for the players that can play different positions. Why don't you go with Haaland up top, Marmouche behind him on Saturday? Play Reinders, play Nico Gonzalez, drop Foden. I'm not playing Foden right now. I think he's been playing crap recently. Doku Shirky, go with that. Because I tell you, right, Foden, you play a player. If he's playing well, he'll start. I'm sorry, but it's a Dortmund game, mate. Liverpool, he was all right, but he's been. We can't reward players who aren't playing at the level they should be playing at. Like, I'm sorry.
But Foden has the fanboys because he's one of our own.
But I'm not player Stan FC. Look, I know I was a De Bruyne fan, but I understood Kevin ain't good enough anymore. We got to let him go, and it was the right decision to let him go. Sadly, imagine
he thought his hamstring taking a penalty. It's very crude, but
I mean, Alf, look, you and me both love him, but we can't sit here and say he has to stay. We're fans of the club first before Kevin even joined the club. So we both know it.
I hated Kevin before he came to this club.
And then in 10 years, you love him because he's grown into a world-class player of the high ilk midfielders of all time. That's how good he's been. But every dog has his day. Every dog has his day. Messi and Ronaldo will have their day soon, or it's close to their day soon.
Well, Messi and Ronaldo, their day has come, but they just go to forwards leagues.
I mean, Messi, to be fair, I mean, you watched that game against them, was it?
Cincinnati.
To be fair, mate,
Cincinnati,
that third assist, mate. Wow. I don't care if it's MLS, bro. That's an unbelievable assist.
Messi's. I could be giving wrong statistics here, but I believe he's got 56 GA in MLS.
That's insane, by the way. Honestly, the league doesn't matter. That's still insane. Anyone would be doing that. Why didn't David Beer do that? Why didn't Henry do that? You know what I mean?
By the way, why did Henry never win a Champions League in the 9? He's supposed to be a striker. Why did he never win the Champions League in the 9? Why did he have to cook himself out to Lionel Messi to touch that trophy?
At the end of the day, mate, I don't give a fuck, right, about who plays. Play the players that should be playing. For me, right? Trafford, I'm sorry. So all those fucking youth stands and like we must play all the youth and all that possible, right? This is proving it now. Donnarumma was the right decision to bring him. Trafford isn't ready yet for you.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a bad keeper? Definitely not.
By the way, that you do know that New York City, which is CFG, are playing into Miami.
I'm sorry, New York City. I'm sorry.
No. We need New York City to win the MLS.
No, we don't. I want Messi to win. I'm shameless.
Fuck Messi. Fuck the guy. He can go fuck himself.
But he's the king. Yeah.
Man City needs to bring some brown envelopes into this league to get New York City. No. We don't own one still of Arsenal because they're fucking credit where it's due, right? I watched that game. Arteta's subs, by the way, that game won him the game. Fair enough. He put Madueke Martinelli on and they made an impact. Fair enough. You can't say. I wouldn't say they absolutely battered them, by the way, but they won. I was playing chess after the Bruges went down 2-0.
Yeah, it was gone.
my head was so gone. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, if it happened on the same day, it would have just been head loss and it would have been funny. But because it happened on one day and then the very next day.
Oh, by the way, do you know that we're the only English team this week not scored in the Champions League? And we're at home, by the way.
I'm going to need alcohol soon.
If that doesn't show you the issues we've got in this team without Haaland, I know he didn't score himself, right? These players have got to start shooting more. Stop trying to fucking pick the perfect goal. Pep, fuck off that bullshit. Tell them if you got a shot on, fucking take it. Like Mamouche, we know you can shoot. Do it. Savinho,
but
don't shoot.
the thing is, you need to know when to shoot and when not to shoot. I think Marmouche does that well. He manages his shots well. He doesn't just shoot for the sake of it. The problem is he doesn't have enough of the ball, so he never gets enough of the ball to get a proper opportunity to shoot.
Yeah. Look, again, a big up your tree harness, a big up Zorro. Any City player at the club, right, I'm going to support while they're here. Because as a fan, at the end of the day, right, Savio hasn't told the club fans to fuck off. So I'm not, he hasn't, to me, he's just doing what he can. But I'm sorry, when you watch Esteval balling out at 18 years old for Chelsea in the Champions League, you wonder, Savio, what the fuck are you doing? Seriously, it's not rocket science.
I mean,
here,
again, though, Luke, there's some levels to talent. You can't compare Savio to Yamal. You can't compare Savio to Esteval. Like, it's levels to talented players. Again, it's Palmer. I'll say Palmer because I'm reading chat here. Savio is not the problem. It's the fact that we've got no experienced winger to captain him. It's the fact that we could have had this guy on loan to Girona for 2 or 3 seasons and had an experienced winger in the meantime and brought him in as an experienced winger. But we didn't. We brought him in immediately. We were impatient.
Well, also as well, right, Semenyo, right? I'm not being funny here. That does feel a little bit like a agent thing. I'm not saying I don't like Semenyo, but that's a big risk in itself to say, right, Semenyo. I'm not saying you're good enough, by the way. I like Semenyo. I do rate him, but
I mean, you don't have to get Semenyo. There's a lot of wingers. Tavernier at the same club. There's a lot of good wingers in the Premier League. What Premier League proven?
I mean, either way, right? The winger. That is the one. So, like Doku's been playing well this season, but he can't do it on his own.
We could have had Harvey Barnes.
Yeah, I know. Again, all we need, right, is a winger that can score some goals and provide as an experienced player in the team. I think people said Reinders isn't good enough or can't do it anymore. Well, he's barely played any games anyway. He's barely had consistent starts. I'm sorry, right? You can't say someone's shit because the manager can't decide where he's going to play. I'm not saying Reinders has been great, by the way, but I'm saying for a guy that's new to a new league that's playing in Serie A for the last couple of years, you've got to realise that everyone just adapts that quickly. Some players do adapt quickly, like De Bruyne did, but De Bruyne was in England before playing Germany and went back to England again. Some players can just do it straight away. Some players can't. But I think Reinders for me will come good. I know he'll come good. I just think what we've got to do is, as a fan base, is chill with certain players. The ones that I was like Shirky and Reinders, for me, them two will only get better and better with more confidence and more game time together. I think we'll look at someone like Husanov, who, by the way, wasn't great on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Does that mean he's a bad player? No, because he's barely played.
He came back from injury against them, so
exactly. This is why I think having Donnarumma behind him would probably help him out a bit. Because Trafford, I know him and Trafford got on really well with mates, but the difference is he's not just come back from injury. He's an experienced head to calm him down and to have the focus. Like Donnarumma has brought Diaz so much composure at the back. Like I know Newcastle wasn't great, right? But our defense, I think, was the major issue for me. I think it's more down to just one mental goal and then one decent goal from Barnes. I think the defense for me isn't necessarily a big issue when they're starting the right back four and getting keeper. That's not the issue for me. I'm not really worried about the back line really for me. The midfield's kind of getting there here and there, but I like Nico G. Reinders when he plays is good, but I think the issue for me is the attack and the wings. That's the issue we've got. Like Doku's been playing very well, been brilliant recently. I mean, the SMFL patch, he actually is doing really well when he's playing. But it's the other wing. Bob is his first proper year. Bob, he needs time to actually get to settle in, and Savinho isn't the experienced head that we need. And Foden's. This is what I mean. A winger is what we need desperately. It really is.
Yeah. Do you think we're going to buy a winger in January, or do you think that's a bit scope?
I'll say this now. I think we'll sign players. I think we will, because I think the club know we have to. I think certain players will leave the club. Ake's one, I think.
Yeah.
And I love Ake.
Who's going to buy Ake?
No, I know, but I'm just sort of I don't know right now, but I'm just sort of thinking if it's going to leave. Ake, by the way, when he does go, I will wish him all the best, because I think he's been brilliant for us. He's been a great player, left back, centre back. Done a very good job for us in the last couple of years in terms of winning trophies. I can't say, mate, he's been a good signing for us. Credit where it's due, he's been very good, but we need better. His levels dropped. What was it, like a year or two ago? We need a better player, defensive player in that position. I think someone like Vitor Hayes definitely right now would be helpful, but I think obviously that experience he's getting in the league has helped him right now, which is good. So hopefully he'll come back next year with a much more experience playing obviously in Europe as well. I just think like players like Ake. I don't know about you, right? Yeah, he signed a new contract recently, but Rico Lewis, I think he has to go. I don't think he's good enough, mate. I'm being real. It's sad, but I like Rico, but I just don't think it's going to work.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Rico Lewis has to go. I agree with that. You know what it is, yeah? We've got such an elite academy. We really do. Like McFarland is in there right now. Mukasa is in there right now. But one way to fuck up young players is bringing them in too soon. So sometimes bringing a player into the first team too soon can fuck them up. I don't think Rico was ready when he came into the first team, because it's one thing to be playing while Kyle Walker is ahead of you. It's another thing entirely to be the main right back. So I think, I don't know, did we bring in Rico Lewis too soon? I'm not sure. We sold Cole Palmer too soon, maybe. Listen, we've got a very elite academy, but coming through Man City's academy,
I think Mukasa's one player that's going to be definitely either. I think Mukasa and Jaden Heskey, I think, will be players that will get opportunities for us. I think they will, but I'm not forcing them in the team because fans want them to be. Because I tell you, right, we know it, right? Not you and me, the Twitter fans, we'll call them, because they're the ones that are chronically online, that are player stands, and they're nothing else. And they don't have their face on camera, mate. They just chat shit on Twitter, on X. Which, to be fair, we used to do that before graduates anyway, but we graduated from Twitter to YouTube. So. But I just think, right, I want to give the young players a chance to just develop and grow into the position. I don't want to be forced them in the team saying, save us. That's not fair at all. O'Reilly came in, by the way, and did a great job last season, in a very awful season. I think he came in and did a very good job. And this year he's been brilliant. Got into the England team, left back, been playing the last 2 games for England. I think it's very. I think some players. I think Mukasa has the ability to make it a City. Definitely does. I think so is Jaden Heskey. Regan, I'm not so sure on. I haven't seen much of Finley Gorman yet. I know he did well in the academy. Obviously, there's Floyd Samba as well, who's also very good. So there's a few good. And also, of course, our boy Kevin Sullivan, America. You know, he looks a very good player. I know obviously he's still pretty young, but I think he's someone that I can definitely see City looking at to be I imagine probably not straight away, but I reckon in about a few years' time, if he's good enough, has the attitude to sort of make it at the top of the game. I can see Sullivan being a part of the City team in a few years' time. But again, that's a few years' time, not right now anyway. So yeah, it's a hard one, isn't it? Because like you want to see young players play, but you don't want to be forcing them in there for the sake of it because of our failure to actually bring in players with actual experience.
I mean, this is difficult because, like everything you say is right. Like I'm not disagreeing with anything you say. The thing is, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, I know. Like, yes, everything you're saying, but it's not going to happen.
Basically, I mean, it makes for the boring discussion as well because we're agreeing on everything here, but it's not going to happen. So let's change topic.
Yep.
Let's move to chat. Arteta will just play for set pieces and win. Dystopian. We know City will find a way to lose a game. They should easily win. Let's see where Arsenal is at, though, when it's March.
Oh, by the way, just quickly, Martin just messaged me, well, not me, but in the chat as well, messaged me earlier about this because he knows I watch Norway quite a bit. He said that we're looking at Noosa. I'm like, oh, I like Noosa, I do, but it's the issue with Noosa is like Bob. He's better than Bob, by the way, but there's not a massive bar to be basing it off. You know what I mean? And you know yourself, bro, about Noosa.
I think the only reason we're looking at Noosa is because of rumors and because of he plays for Norway and he's the better Bob. I think that I don't think there's any.
I like Noosa. I do like him. I just think I'm sorry, but I can see what's I know what happened.
You know what I like?
What?
A winger who has the right to vote. Noosa is not old enough to vote.
Well, also as well is that I guarantee you this fan base will go in on him. He doesn't go on him. Fans don't give players time anymore. They don't nowadays. They don't.
Yeah.
And Noosa needs time to develop into that player. And I've seen a lot of them say there's something there about him that I like, but it's like Bob.
But Luke, there's one thing you'll never get out of a person, and that's narcissism. And we both know Noosa thinks too much of himself sometimes.
Bob's very grounded, I'd say. Bob's very grounded, and
yeah,
I think Oscar Bob's talent is there for all to see. It's just that he's got to put the work rate in with that to get to be that player. If Bob starts banging in goal, he can very easily do it. By the way, we know we can do it and get us this.
If Bob is coming off the bench to close off games and playing 20 minutes here and there and is playing against the weaker teams in the Premier League, you will see a better Oscar Bob.
Yeah, Noosa, I'm sorry, he will be the next whipping boy, the next person that everyone wants to hate in this fan base. And we know it, right? Last year it was what? Carl Walker, and it was Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, and Kovacic. This year it's Savinho. Right, we know it. Wait, this fan base.
Well, is it just Savinho though? Because I've seen a lot of slack going as well to Bob. I've seen a lot of slack going to whoever is playing at right back at the time.
Bob's undeserved for me. Undeserved because Bob has barely played much anyway. For me, Nunes shouldn't get any kind of hate at all. Not just not be getting any hate. But
it's either Huslov or Nunes. It depends on who's playing. Because every time we lose, whoever is the right back, that's the problem. Because Carl Walker was the problem last season.
But we both did the right back isn't the issue. Well, we'll get right back in, but both have played there, done a very good job so far. We can't say they haven't done a good job. They've both done very well.
Yeah, but this is the problem. You are using logic. The fan base is not.
I forgot his logic. I should be doing that. Think like a fucking idiot. There you go. And then I'll get it right.
Don't think at all. That's the thing. Look, you don't think at all.
Logically, right? You don't know it. The defense and keeper, yeah, we can see the goals, but again, so do Arsenal. So do everyone else. The defense keeper are actually been really good this year. I can't say they haven't been. They've been a lot better than last year. Way better than last year. Night and day compared to last year. Both of them been. The midfield, bit of a slow start, but we're getting there with it. Nico G's been playing very well recently. Reinders, I think, will come good. I'm going to give him at least the year and a bit to get himself in, but I can see the ability's there. You just got to see him do it consistently. Bernardo Silva, as much as I like Bernardo Silva, you can't play him every game. Pep, I'm sorry, we can't be milking this guy. Look, Bernardo Silva's ability hasn't gone away. That is still there. The problem is that his engine is fucking knackered because you've been rubbing him to the ground for the past 10 years now almost.
It's like when you have a car and you rev up the engine every time you go out, and you're absolutely revving up the engine. You're going down the highway 180. You're fucking taking the piss out of this engine. It's gonna break down after a while.
The thing, we both know he's still a world-class level ability player. That he was a couple of years ago anyway. In a year, it was that, and the guy's ability has never gone away. The problem is that his engine's gone because Pep played too much.
Yeah, and maybe it's just he's not physical enough to play some games in midfield.
That's fine.
Yeah, just play someone who is.
But for me, right, last season he was the least of my issues last year in that midfield. Because I thought, you know what, he's been run to the ground. Of course, he's going to be fucking fucked. Like you don't really rest him. Like, and whereas if you rest him a bit more, as if you said to him, right, some games you won't play because of physical. You're like, yeah, okay, cool, no worries. Put Ryan in that midfield if physicality. Put a little bit, or put O'Reilly into left back into midfield. Just try something different.
I would not do that with O'Reilly. I'll just keep O'Reilly in his current role where he goes wide a bit and he provides support to the wingers because I think that works. I'll put Marmoush in midfield because Marmoush wins most of his duels and he's got a lot of work rate.
Yeah, no, and I just think I think anyone saying that our defense needs sorting, like, well, maybe the backup reserves do when certain players go. I wouldn't say the first team needs sorting. Well, look, we both know that Diaz and Vardio have both been very good this season. So,
by the way, if we buy a right back, big F, if we buy a right back, that means Gusnov becomes free to be a centre back, a backup centre back, should I say?
Yeah.
Nunez becomes free to become a right winger, or left winger, depends on where you want to play him. I think right makes more sense.
Yeah.
And then you have a right back. And if the right back goes down, okay, Gusnov takes his spot or Nunez takes his spot and you're doing fine. Yeah. So just one signing can improve our depth in 3 positions.
I think that was it. Well, also as well, I mean, I just think the thing is, right, if we ask, right, 20 different city fans who they want to bring in, you get 20 different answers. Let's be real. Well, we both know how our fan base is, mate. Some of them will go one player, some will go the other. Like we're kind of like we see it for what it needs to be. It doesn't need to be a major window. Like do that for the summer. Give me 2 or 3 players now to come in and get us through the rest of the season, so we can see where we want to. Like, get me like top 2. Get me like a UCL. Go far if you can. And give me a Carabao FA Cup. I'm happy with that because already progressed from last year. And then we know, right, get more quality in the summer after the World Cup, and we go again.
By the way, Ethan, I'm very sorry to say it, but I don't think we're winning our quads.
I love the optimism, right? I love that because I love to win the quad. But I'm being real on the current squad, not right now. A few players in, a few players out, maybe we'll reassess that ability. But I think the quality of the squad for me isn't there yet. A few players in, but again,
I mean. I'm not just say it. We're never going to win a quad. There's a reason why it's never been done before.
We've always done it on 4 occasions. And like, do you remember, right, in 21-22 or 2021, won the Carabao, won the Premier League, FA Cup, beat Chelsea in the final. We get Leicester. We beat Leicester as a treble. Beat Chelsea in the final as quad. We were 3 games away from winning a quad.
Yeah, but
bear in mind, right? Without a striker, Pep almost won a quad without a striker. Like, I'm sorry, credit where it's due. He had a final he fucked up, but the point is, he got us to the point.
But we did lose those games, though. That's the
thing. I know, we did. I know. Negative. I was like, no.
But it's the thing, Luke. You have to get so many games correct. You're saying just 3 games and we win the quad. That is 3. that is 2 finals and a game against Chelsea, who back then was pretty good. That is 3 games on top of all the games you're already winning to even get into that position.
That's why I think Pep did such a good job to get the division, though. Like, I mean, like, look, I'm not sort of glazing that just for this season. I'm just saying that as an example of the previous season.
You know what's funny, by the way?
What's that?
2021 was absolute meltdown as well.
Oh, it was. Oh, we're terrible, this and that. We've lost to drew West Brom 1-1, and we've then good one turned to fucking Messi. bro, this is what I mean. Do you remember that season, right? That same season, we were, what, 14th at one point?
I think the lowest we got was 12th, but still, I mean 12th.
Bro, this is what I mean. We were 12th at one point, and then we went on to do. That's why I'm not giving up or anything, because again, like it's November, and I know we lost the last 2 games. I mean, context for those 2 games. The Newcastle game was a bit unlucky on our part, and it also wasn't great. But I'm not saying it's a bit of a mixture of both of that one. But at the end of the day, it could be us winning that game or drawing that game. But the Leverkusen game was self-sabotage. That's what it was. If he plays the right team, I'm not saying we win the game if he plays the right team, but I think we're a better chance of winning the game with the right team on the pitch. But, but Leverkusen are actually a decent team right now on the Hillman. They're doing really well. Like, I'm sorry, but it's not Ten Hag Leverkusen. Nowhere near Leverkusen. It's way better than that. So,
yeah, I agree. Rodri's issue is now mostly mental, says Multi. I think it's just physical. I don't think you guys realize how much it hurts when something goes wrong in your knee. I've had plenty of knee problems, unfortunately.
He'll get there. I think eventually when we're playing more and more games, his body will start adapting back to it again. Because again, people don't realise that ACL injuries, when you're out for about over a year straight without playing games, your body starts getting used to not playing football again. So there'll be more injuries coming. It's like you and me play football professionally, right? We get injuries galore.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with Rodri, yeah, he physically can't play so many games. Like even if he's okay to play, I bet you he's fucking hurting when he steps on a pitch. Even when he's just stepping on a pitch, he'll be feeling pain. It won't be extreme pain, but there will be an ache. And you know when you feel an ache, it doesn't hurt, but you think about it. It can be okay to play, yeah, but it's just physically impossible to come back from an ACL and immediately come back to that high level. If anyone thinks you come back from an ACL and you're just gonna come back and be the Rodri of old, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
By the way, a little stat for you, everyone in the chat. So, first 20 games of last season for City, this is the season for Liverpool. Just to compare how bad it really is Liverpool right now. In our first 20 games, that includes the Community Shield, obviously, as well, because it was about 19 games in terms of the league season and the cups and all that, and then 20 games, I think, overall. So we have won 11 games, drawn 3, and lost 5 of our first 20 games, no competitions. Liverpool have won 10 and lost 10. They've lost half their games this season.
That's mental.
And you think last year, by the way, we weren't great at all. Let's be real, we weren't.
We were not.
But Liverpool very easily could get worse than this, mate. Like to get cooked at home to Forest.
Liverpool is back to formula.
Back to formula. Mid-table mediocrity against Blackpool Robertson.
Hey, you remember? Do you remember back in I don't really remember it, but like back in the 2000s when they were mid-table all the time. Even some parts of 2010s they were mid-table in some seasons. Yeah. But they're coming back to that. We will be there. Hey, Arne Slot has shown them the highs, and now he's going to show them the lows.
Mate, West Ham away, right? West Ham beat him right now. Because West Ham playing better than Nuno at the moment. So,
which, by the way, I still can't get over the fact that they fucking sacked Nuno.
Forest, yeah, I know. But I mean, but Dyche doing well now. I mean, that's from Nuno to Ange to Dyche in a matter of 3 months. So what's going on, man? Football's a weird game. Football's a weird old game. It really is a weird old game. Who'd have thought we'd ever have Nuno, Ange, and Dyche in one season?
By November.
By November. It's just like this season's been wild. It's been a wild season already. Wild.
They've had one manager for every month of football they've played.
Fuck's sake. Oh, mate, that's funny.
It's only 2 games. Big up to Adam, by the way. It's only been 2 games, but are you guys concerned? I mean, obviously you're going to be concerned when you're 7 points down in the league. Mm-hmm. I think that's natural. but I don't think all boards on deck. I don't think aboard ship. I don't think we're dead.
It's not last season. Nowhere near last season.
Yeah.
The issue is with the two results, right? One was just a narrow, annoying defeat away at a tough ground. Well, I know Liverpool and Arsenal won there, but even they had to win late to win their games there anyway. So it's not an easy round to go to Newcastle anyway, as it is. And if we got a draw, it'd been frustrating, but I think it'd probably been a fair result. We managed to get a point there. But it's football. Some games at Newcastle are going to happen every now and again, like Villa as well. But Villa was worse than Newcastle to me. It was way worse than Newcastle. But the issue for me is, look, the Leverkusen game was sabotage. He fucked it up before even ended the pitch. So when you straight away, it's over.
It was corruption. You know what? Someone paid Pep a brown envelope. It was corruption.
Pep's that corruption.
Dirty cheating bastards.
No, corruption is good. Also, I'm part of it as Pep. What are you doing, Pep? Just like with me. Fuck.
Pep is gambling. You know what Pep is doing? He's gambling. He's putting all his money on Man City wins the treble. And he's making everyone believe with shit right now. And then he's going to turn it up.
And that's what I'll give it. Oh, well, fucking shit. Next year. But not for me. This is the thing, mate. We actually can do some good stuff this year. It's not like it's doom and gloom. Lose to Leeds. I'm like, okay, whoa, what's going on? I'm like, okay, right, hold a minute. Like, we lose to Leeds. Like, Leeds, just win your games. Beat Leeds, beat Fulham, beat Sunderland.
Well, big who said this? Big up to Ricardo. I know you have a different username, but it's like the tags now. I remember your flag, though. We need to win tomorrow against the Leeds. Well, afraid that's going to be impossible.
Impossible. It's Saturday, not
Big up. But yeah, I do think we need to beat Leeds. Not tomorrow, but Saturday.
Just Pep, play the right team, get the win. Play the right team. Seriously, Pep.
Hey, it can be that simple. 10 rotations from against Leverkusen.
This is the thing, right? I'm not against rotation. I'm not against it at all. But it's like you do it at the right moments to not like that. Right, whole team. What? Whole team. Like I was like, what? Like I thought I'm playing a glimpse at home. I wouldn't mind that, but no, Leverkusen. Oh fuck! Like we all knew it was fucking over before it started.
You know what? Yeah, because I think when I started my watch along to the Leverkusen game, I was so annoyed about the lineup. But I remember that I just was like, I turned on my watch along and I was like, yeah, it is what it is. And I was like laughing about it because I was like, you can't be serious. Like at some point, you just got to start laughing about these things.
Pep, what have you done?
It's 8-1 right now. Head-to-head in Champions League so far. Atletico against Inter.
I was like, what? Who's losing 8-1? Because I've just seen the Europa League scores. Villa beat Young Boys 2-1. Celtic beat Feyenoord 3-1 in Rotterdam.
Oh,
Forest,
really?
Forest playing Malmo. That'll be Malmo.
Yikes.
Porto cut Nice 3-0.
Celtic. How has Celtic been since I last checked?
And who's the manager now? It's still Martin O'Neill.
Hearts is still top of the league. There we go. It is still Martin O'Neill to manage it.
And it's Danny Rowe managing Rangers.
So Villa.
Villa at second right now.
Yeah, Villa are second right now in Europa League.
Fair play, lads.
We were second in the Premier League, but we dropped down. Sad.
So what we're gonna do? What we Chelsea drew Arsenal and we beat Leeds. I'll take that. So they're no Arsenal though. You get a Trossard last minute winner because that guy.
We need
scores.
Arsenal to win that game.
No. Honestly, no. If you want one, if you want to have one player injured for Arsenal, right, Joe, it would be for me, and I don't wish it on anyone. Trossard, that guy bails them out so many times in tight games, mate. Every time, every fucking time, man. Like, oh no, here it comes, goal, Trossard. It happens every time. He's Thanos, just snips fingers, 1-0 up.
Yeah, but I think we need Arsenal to win against Chelsea. Because Chelsea isn't going to fall away the way Arsenal do. That's a team that's won trophies.
Because Arsenal, right? Chelsea away is a very interesting game Sunday because it's not as. Is Palmer fit Sunday?
He's okay. Palmer is okay to play.
And in a cold finish. And then also got Brentford. See, Brentford at home are a weird one because Brentford is a different kind of team, and also Igor Thiago as well. Igor Thiago.
9 goals, by the way, Igor Thiago.
Yeah, then Villa away, then Brugge away. We will be there. Come on, Brugge. Come on. I need a favour. Need a favour.
Hey, can't beat Sporting, can't beat Atalanta, but we can draw Arsenal and Barcelona.
Beat Arsenal 4-0. What? Your club in a nutshell.
The cocaine comes out for these games.
Fuck's sake.
Nothing wrong with Savio. Well, I'm sorry, Ethan, but that's just not true.
Eve, I know. A positivity I appreciate, mate, but we've got to be real about a certain player. When I'm not saying he can't improve, of course he can improve, but that's more down to, I think. If I understand, we shit, he can't ever get better. Well, no, that's bullshit. He can obviously get better. Anyone can get better at football if they're playing crap at the moment. But the issue is that I've got to see it for him to start getting consistently. He can't play every game. He has to start playing well.
Yeah, I agree. I think he just has to go out on loan and have to get a proper winger in January. But, we've had that conversation already. Big up to Dodge, by the way. Yes, do like. By the way, this comment. Let me see how long ago he put in this comment. He put this comment in approximately 1 hour ago. Big up Dodge. Yeah, Premier League still owns La Liga. Yeah, La Liga is washed, I can't lie.
Barca, shite. Madrid, shite. Agree.
By the way, Tottenham played pretty well against PSG, but then I don't know. I guess
he is a baller, by the way. He's a baller.
Yeah.
I found our Bernardo Silva replacement. Vitinha. Same sort of player, same sort of height, but long shots. There you go. There's your Bernardo Silva. I'd say, imagine him in our team, mate. With Nico G, Vitinha reminders.
Yeah, big up to Zordo as well. I'm finally starting to catch up with chat here. Tottenham lost 3 in a row already, I think. Yeah, but look at against who they lost 3 in a row. To be fair to them. They lost against Chelsea, Arsenal, and PSG. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And the last 5 games against Spurs, we only only scored 4 and conceded 8. Yesterday, PSG scored 5, conceded 3 in 1 game. How can they outscore us like that? Well, in our last 5 games with Spurs, I think we won 3 of them. So, yeah. Okay.
Wait. I'm not like their place. Like we've won. Like, was it last 4 times now? Last 4 times.
3 times, I think.
No, 4.
And the
FA
league.
Cup.
FA Cup, Carabao Cup.
3 times. Yeah, sorry. I forgot where I was then. Where am I?
Yeah.
Where am I?
We can
Yeah,
beat
no.
Madrid as long as Golair is not playing in the 10 and Jude is on the 10.
So,
I think we beat Madrid anyhow.
well, you say that, Pep. Same team as Leverkusen.
No, but Madrid is fraudulent right now. People are getting giddy because they beat Olympiacos or whoever the fuck.
Mbappe carried them, mate. Again, if he's injured, mate, they are finished.
Yeah, but you can say that about every club. Every club has a player who, without them, they're finished. Arsenal without Declan Rice, finished. Man City without Haaland, finished. Barcelona without Jamal, finished. Madrid without Mbappe. Like, every team has had one player where without them, you're finished.
Alpha Bruges, finished. No comparison to make in my City commentary.
I'm that guy, bro. I'm that guy. It's that simple.
You are the Bruges guy in this fan base, which is like the only guy on the fan base. But
yeah, you know what's annoying though? A lot of Bruges fans are Liverpool fans because Bruges and Liverpool have a shared history.
Because it isn't the Bruges a Liverpool fan, isn't he? Well, he was a Liverpool fan. He wasn't growing up.
Yeah, but De Bruyne wasn't a Bruges fan growing up. Growing up, he was a Gent fan.
Imagine he was a Bruges fan. Imagine that. You were like, whoa, Bruges fan at City. I mean, how is Forbes doing, by the way? Sorry to interrupt.
He's doing good. I mean, he stopped a stinker against Sporting, but everyone did, so...
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair, I guess. If all players are fit, Bayern are the best in the world, Palmer FC second, us and PSG are third and fourth. I don't agree that Chelsea is better than us. All players fit. All players fit.
Well, I think Pass against PSG right now. I think we'd probably beat him. Probably, I'd say. Pass against Real Madrid. I think we could beat them. Barcelona. We batter Barcelona. Right, O'Reilly.
Barcelona is a mess right now.
O'Reilly, Yamal, go and fucking just destroy the fuck out of him, as you to Saka and Salah recently. That's it. We won. It's that simple. Because Araujo, wait, Haaland against Araujo. Fucking hell. Just a maniacal fucking Uruguayan centre back trying to stop Haaland. Yeah, good luck.
By the way,
yeah,
I said this earlier, and I'm just going to read out Dart's comment first before I say what I'm going to say. Phil, scoring-wise, needs to be more consistent when he gets the chance. However, I blame Pep for tampering to Foden's rhythm in the 8th role. Why put him advanced when he was getting rhythm elsewhere? I'm going to say, Foden, right wing, plays good. And when he's an inverted forward on the right wing. Foden as a touchline winger on the left wing, he plays good. Foden and the 8th, he plays good. Foden as the sole creator is a recipe for disaster. Because he's not as creative as people think he is. Phil Foden is closer to Frank Lampard than he is to any 10. He's more of a Lampard type of player. I don't need consistent goals from Foden. I need consistent performances, and the goals are the bonus.
Have you ever watched highlights of Paul Gascoigne? So,
yeah.
Because I'm saying that we stopped Port Gaza. Would you think he's like Gaza? I don't know. I wouldn't say he is.
He's won more trophies than Gaza.
I meant playing style, though. I know he's done that, but I meant playing style. I think similar.
I think he's pretty similar. Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking. I'm blanking on a name here. Oh.
I mean, in terms of talent, he's definitely best since Rooney, I think.
Way definitely way clear of anyone else.
I can see why Gaza and Rooney but both love him. I can see it because he with Foden he's a street baller like Shirky is. The difference is though is that with Phil is that you got to say to him, right, Phil, just fucking finish him. In terms of because he's not bad finishing at all. He's not. It's him. It's like against Newcastle. You've got to try and work on getting the goals in them games because they're really important to do that. You have to do that. So I think in those big decisive games is where it counts, and we've got to start seeing Phil do more of that in them games. Shirky as well has got to sort of get used to sort of the team as well. But I think with Shirky, it's more down the fact that when he does play, as you're saying to him, put those flicks and tricks into action in terms of create opportunities to score and get assists. I'm not against him doing skill moves. I'm all for it, but you've got to try and use it at the right moments in this league. It's not as simple as like League One, we can just do it all the time. Premier League's a bit more physical, a bit more like compact than it would be in Premier League.
Zola, that's his name. That's what I was thinking.
Zola, yeah, I agree with that one. Definitely, yeah. Zola, 100%.
Yeah, I just spent 30 minutes looking for his name. Couldn't think of it. Zola. Yeah, I think Phil Foden is very similar to him.
Yeah. Like, because I mean, the reason why I love Haaland so much as well, because I was a massive fan of Ibrahimovic growing up. So obviously, you know, yeah, I'm not saying it's like Ibra. I mean, they're both very.
I think Haaland is funnily very close to Harry Kane, but like not quality, but like because I think Haaland is very clear, but playing style. Because if you compare Harry Kane to Haaland as they age up, Harry Kane at 22 was diabolically bad with the ball in his feet. Haaland now is very good with the ball in his feet. Haaland went from okay with the ball in his feet to good with the ball in his feet. And he's continuing to get better with the holder play and stuff like that. Just like Harry Kane. Yeah. And they've both always been finishers. But here's the thing. Haaland, as a footballer, is better at his age than Kane was as a footballer. Goal scoring wise, it's not a competition. It's simply not. So I think Haaland is going to be more like Kane than Ibrahimovic.
I'm fucked off that Mbappe got 4 goals on Haaland, and Haaland didn't respond because he benched Haaland in the Champions League game. Fuck's sake, Pep. Come on,
can get a Champions League final hat-trick instead. Never been done.
Whoa. Haaland in the final? Drawing goals in the final?
He did it for Dortmund.
Yeah, Wembley. I need Haaland to turn up Wembley and also turn up at one thing on Haaland.
I need Haaland to score the winner in the Carabao Cup final. Just so people shut up about that Haaland
against
final
Arsenal. Thing. We will be there. A shirt off. Fucking Saliba Gabriel. Both heads that.
I'd rather have Crystal Palace. But I need revenge on them.
Revenge. And then I do you know what, right? Imagine the scenes that I'm going to paint for you right now. Final day of Premier League season. I'll be at the game, actually, against Villa at home, ironically. What happened last time we Villa at home in the last day of the season?
We'll be 2-0 down by half time, is what you mean.
But Arsenal have to win as well to win the league, so do we. And we do, I'm trying to think, which player would you want to score the winning goal in that game? Obviously, Haaland's one, but like, you just for narrative, like, because Haaland, we all know that Haaland does anything.
For narrative, I'd pick Savio.
Oh, what a screamer! Not a screamer as
His
well.
only goal of the season, only Premier League goal of the season.
The fan base glazes him like he's the best one of all time.
That'd be peak. That'd be proper peak.
My Brazilian baller. He's better than Esteval. Like a shame. I can't say it now. I can't. I'm like a fucking mentalist. I don't know.
Big up AK, by the way. Look, I used to back Savio. Now I'm done with him. Sell him in January. I'll see a lot of that from Luke himself. He's saying that. I'll see a lot of people saying that right now.
Look, if he improves, I'm all for it. He can improve. But he's got to start doing it and show it on the pitch. And Johnny is right. It is even GA a masterful here. A masterful good performances. Because we will know, right? G&A can mask a shit performance.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But here's the thing. If you can consistently get G&A despite playing shit, that's fine. Because G&A matters.
Docker has been doing well against Juno recently.
And yeah, but here's the thing, yeah. And I mean, this is something I just keep saying. But football is not about technical ability. It's not about fitness. It's not about pace. It's not about power. It's not about scoring. It's not about this, that, or the other. It's about all of it. You need a team that has all of that. We don't have a GA merchant. We would be a lot better if we had a GA merchant.
Well, Haaland's our GA merchant. Sometimes got what he has to be. Because I think
but that's your striker. That's the striker's job. Who do you have other than the striker?
Imagine if striker get more assists than he does goals.
Well, didn't Cantona do that in like 95?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Like, I'm getting assists, but you're a striker, mate. You can't score the goals.
Oh, Lukaku, last season in Serie A, got more assists than he got goals.
I will say, though, it is cool seeing for Napoli that the Lukaku and De Bruyne of Napoli. Well, was when they're both fit. But it's fun to watch.
I agree. Now, I do have a comment here that I disagree with from Darch. I like Shetka. I agree with that. But however, for the past 3 games, he was poor. I don't think he was poor against Newcastle. I think he was one of our only players who was doing something. But he can't get a ball. So if your team can't bring you the ball as a creative player, you're not going to be able to do anything with the ball because you don't have it. So I don't think he was poor against Newcastle. I agree that he was pretty weak against Liverpool.
He was, yeah.
And against Bournemouth, he got 2 assists. And if you want to go Champions League, he scored in 11 minutes against Dortmund.
Oh, by the way, right? I know he's injured, by the way, but going into December, Fox hasn't got a GF Liverpool yet, has he? Bro, Savio has more GNA than Verts does this season.
Generational stinker, that.
Yeah, bro. Liverpool's window, bro, is a big stinker and hooked. Massive stinker and hooked. The whole fucking window. Stinker, hooked, sacked in the morning.
Teal says here, we've got academy wingers who will do a better job than Bob and Savio. We don't. You're going to have the same exact problem. Inexperienced players who can't handle that level.
And also, by the way, will be cooked for not being good enough, which is not their fault for both young players. Yeah. Doku, by the way, just got good recently. Yeah, we cooked it. Well, we did because it was not doing what he needs to do on the pitch, but then he's been doing that. Credit where it's due for Belgium and for seeing that, which is good to see. So he's starting to show. And I said before, like, I'm not asking for Gino every game. I'm asking for good performances every game. And we're seeing it at Newcastle, right? Had to change the whole style up on the right hand side to stop him from doing what he needs to do. Which shows how good he's been playing right recently. So,
and I mean, here's the thing, though. Here's the bottom line for me. Here's the bottom line. If you have even one winger who can be trusted to score a goal, Man City and big games and games where they're trailing a goal, if you can take Jared Bowen off the bench, that is, over the course of a season, 9 to 12 points you can rescue over the course of a season. If you can take someone like Jared Bowen off a bench when you're trailing a goal.
Yeah. Experienced player in the team right now would do a lot of good for right now. It will actually put less pressure on Savio.
And Haaland as well. I mean, it puts less pressure on everyone because you get someone in there who can help carry you. You get someone extra who takes part of that burden. The problem is we can't bring in another winger, I think, unless we let someone go because our squad is already bloated.
Do that go off? Rico fucking
Get fucked, Rico. Go away.
I love you, but fuck off. Thanks for memory. Time to say goodbye.
Go to Club Brugge. Fix their midfield.
Lewis and Forbes will be there.
I will be there. Hey, the Belgian league. At the moment you push someone, it's a fucking red card in the Belgian league, so it'd be just fine.
Fuck's sake! What push red? Oh fuck! Or if you're in England, you fight your own teammate, is sent off. I was like, what is going on? What is he doing?
They still won the game, by the way. Everton still won.
That AI clip, right? That them fighting everyone, punching them up.
I mean, you don't even need to get an AI clip. There's a real clip out there.
Yeah, like fucking slapping his fucking teammate. Like what? So Everton still sabotaging themselves. I still won the game 1-0.
I mean, what was Guye thinking too? Well, it was Guye, right?
Gone gay, yeah. It just gone gay, yeah.
Yeah, I was just
head loss, mate. Beyond belief.
I'm imagining he's going to get a fine for that at the club as well.
Oh, Lamans though, the Belgian keeper. Should probably it was a good strike. It was a good strike for Dewsbury Hall, but
here's the thing: Lammens is a good goalkeeper, but he's a choker. People don't get it; he chokes.
Yeah.
We've got a guy. I just read this comment out. By the way, Ulisses' stats are trash against big teams. No goals against the big teams. I'll let you answer that, but in the meantime, I'll be checking Ulisses' stats as well to make sure that this is true.
Well, this is the thing, though, right? To anyone, right? I'm just going to ask the question: what do you actually want from a winger?
Ulisses scored against Dortmund, so this is just not true.
Bro, this is what I'm going to ask this question. What do you want from a winger at Man City? Do you want goals? Do you want assists? Do you want touchline play? Do you want a guy that is there in the box to sort of get the ball with to a pre-assist? Again, every City fan will have a different point of view on wingers than everyone else will. Like, here's the thing, though, Alf. It doesn't matter how much we say it. Every fan has a different opinion on what the club should be doing, and what the place should be like. We're not.
Yeah.
Again, we're not in that team, are we? I've chatted about Pep Linders and Pep and Couture. We're not in there with them.
Yeah.
It. So
I agree.
At the end of the day, right, no matter who we get in, someone's gonna be angry and disappointed.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I just have to debunk these statistics quickly. So in the Bundesliga right now, Leipzig, Leverkusen, and Dortmund are the top 4 behind Bayern München. And those 3 fixtures, Olise has 3 goals. So, okay, go to Champions League. He's got an assist against Chelsea. Okay, hasn't scored against PSG or Arsenal. You go to last season for Olise, his debut season in the Bundesliga. And look at his statistics in Champions League again. He scored against assisted against Leverkusen in the round of 16. Okay, he didn't score against PSG. He didn't score against Inter. But you can't score every game. So if you look into league again, Ulisse scored in all 4 of the last games to win the title for Bayern München. He scored against second place at the time Stuttgart. So this is just not correct. Ulisse has plenty of goals in big games.
This is the thing we need to understand, right? Our big game player is our striker, mate. He has to be our striker. I'm sorry, but this whole fucking big game wingers and that, right? Again, everyone's gonna be different to each other or what they want.
Everyone wants Messi, but that's a problem.
Which unfortunately we haven't got him, and this is why for me, you and me, right? I'm not going to be shitting myself or panicking or unless we get someone who can at least put the ball back than that, then I'm fine with it. Like, I'm not asking for freaking Yamal levels of ability. I'm asking for just someone to come in and do a job. It's just that I think, again, a lot of people in this chat, well, I was big up to you, obviously you guys also have different opinions than we do. Everyone's going to ask for different things for different wingers. Everyone's going to be different at what they want for wingers and midfielders and attackers. That's how it's going to be. So someone will be upset about whoever we get in anyway. Unfortunately, you will not get a window where everyone's happy. You won't.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Sadly. I wish
It's too much.
worked.
It's too much to figure out in one win, especially in January. It's too much.
It will take time. But the thing is, though, we know anyway. We are doing better than last year. But I know we've lost 4 league games, which obviously is not ideal. But then when you factor in who played so far,
at the same time, Luke, we've lost 4 games. If we win the next 15 games, I'm not saying we will, but if we win the next 15 games now in a row, well, suddenly we're at the top of the league by quite a margin. So
it isn't how you start; it's how you finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Copa Libertadores final Saturday.
Oh, is it?
Saturday.
Oh shit! Is it? Who's playing?
Palmeiras against Flamengo.
Ooh,
that's interesting. Actually, is that after the City game or?
It's after at 9 p.m. UK time, so it's about 10 p.m. your time. Palmeiras FC will be there.
I think I will be watching that final.
Yeah.
If I can. I'll need to be able to get the game, but if I can get that game, I'll be watching that final.
If I'm right in
Thank you for telling me, Adam. I would never know.
If Inter Miami win the MLS Cup, aren't they in Libertadores actually? Aren't they? Imagine a Messi Libertadores final winner. Like, just get Neymar from Santos, right, with Suarez. Get MSN, one last dance in Libertadores section.
By the way, Erdl, I completely disagree with what you're saying here. As you guess, I was always going to disagree with this. It's not the board's fault that after they gave PEP Marmoush, Gussenov, Trafford and Donnarumma, Sherky, Reinders, Aitnouri, Gonzalez, that he still can't win games. That is not on the board.
That's on PEP.
Yeah.
And the players will do well as well, but yeah. They're right. The board had given PEP the tools. Not all the tools, obviously. We still have more tools for certain things, but we do it anyway.
I mean, I still think, though, every single game we have lost this season or dropped points this season in the Premier League. In Champions League, it's a different story because I think Monaco, Pep did everything right, and the players fucked it. But
Leverkusen was him. It was a fucking idiot.
Leverkusen was jokes.
But
I think you look at the Premier League games we've played. Against Tottenham, Pep made the wrong change. He completely changed the system. Should have brought on O'Reilly.
Yeah.
You look at Brighton. Pep played Gussenov left centre back. He's never played there before. He played Stones ahead of Diaz. That was ridiculous. He played an injured Aitnouri.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go through all these games, but the problem in these, I mean, players, a lack of players is part of the problem. Don't get me wrong. It's not just on Pep. It's not just on the players. It's not just on the board. It's on all of them.
Mm-hmm.
These players will rather pass than shoot. Yeah. Can someone ever just fucking shoot a ball instead of pass? We just pass too much, isn't it? Did you see Al's reaction to the second goal of Leverkusen? Well, I did see it, of course. It was me. But I'm guessing that's a question towards you.
Sorry, what question? Sorry again. I thought I phased out that I should ask the question. Sorry.
See my reaction to the second goal of Leverkusen.
I was in and out actually. I was watching it and just like doing that. I was like, oh, fucking Willeni scored, didn't they? Patrick Schick scored. So
yeah. Apparently, my reaction was pretty funny because
VAR check in progress. Alf channel. Just watching Alf. Fuck off.
Yeah, you can find it on the Footy Reacts football. What is it called?
City fans, Man City fan react to Leverkusen, and you're on now. You know what time now?
It's the one with like, which one is it? Because it's two big channels, isn't it?
You got
Let me
Daps,
see
you
which
got
one it is.
Nobbins, you got JSG. Yep, you're on there. Oh my god.
Apparently, my reaction to the second goal was pretty funny.
Absolute.
Damn it.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Hold on. I'm just waiting for it now. Hold on.
Chelsea just scored a second.
Okay. We're
There you
doing
go.
a VAR check here.
Team, yeah, in the
Hold on.
Champions
Did not.
I'm right at the end, I think.
Absolute. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Moves the ball backwards and into the box. It's headed to. They've scored again. Oh, they've scored again, guys. How do you cope now, Alf? Alcohol.
For God's sake. Alcohol. mate, lose the fucking Bayern 5-0.
I said that so happily as well.
Alcohol. Hold on. What was the comments on that? I've got a fucking. Hold on. Have a look. Was there any comments on that?
Yeah, it was a comment on that. Someone did quote it.
Fuck's sake, yeah. Fair enough, yeah, brilliant.
I didn't
This
think it was that funny. I didn't think it was that funny, to be honest.
She was like, yeah, fucking drink. Buddy,
I'm disappointed it didn't include me actually opening the can. I think that would have added dramatic effects. Marmouche is not composed when he shoots. He skies the ball, not clinical enough to play as a lone striker. I agree, he's not a lone striker.
No.
Marmouche is 27, going on 28.70 million. And almost 300k. I mean, yeah. I'm going to have to go soon, so I'm going to have to skim through these chats quickly.
Yep.
Bob, Doku, Savio, all of them inexperienced. We've talked about this plenty, so yeah. Marmouche won't get another game under the PEP. Marmouche is the new Grealish. You agree with that one?
Fucking hell. How we let this guy turn into this, man? He had what? How many goals last season? How many GNA last year? And with this, what he's resorted to?
Well, 27 goals last season. I don't know about GNA.
But this is what I mean, bro. He had 27 goals last year, and we've turned him into a player off the bench. Pep, just play him. Fucking play him, mate, behind Haaland. Not difficult.
By the way, Ricardo, I made a huge mistake for some reason. I thought the game was this Friday. It's Saturday. It means Leeds game. I was high. I smoke a lot of weed.
Fuck's sake. For God's sake.
Fairs,
Fair
bro.
enough. Respect it.
Alvarez may win La Liga. I doubt it, to be honest.
What battle of the shite teams?
Battle of finished.
Battle of washed football clubs.
Genk is playing. Yes, I'm aware, but I'm not watching. I'm tired of Belgian football right now.
I hate this fucking country. That's shithole. so one sympathizes.
But get me someone like Harvey Barnes who scores consistently. I don't think Harvey Barnes scores consistently. So
imagine
most scored in a season is 9.
Imagine some City fans say, "Oh, who the fuck's Harvey Barnes? Scored 2 against us, mate."
Yeah, but I do have to go soon. So
burn the fan base to the ground and start again. That's what I say.
Yeah, I do have to go. Otherwise, I would have gone through all the chats properly. But I mean, big up to the chat. It's been very active. Big up to Earl, to Dodge, to Teal, Wim, everyone in here, Rosa, and Zorro, Ricardo, and all the ones I'm forgetting. Big up to everyone in here. Like, subscribe, Alfred and chat. I'm redirecting to Martin because no one else is live. So I'll see you guys on the next one.